Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Outside the Box. I am your host, Onay, the CEO, and tonight I have an undefeated champion of the ring joining us. So I want you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. And we're back another week with another guest. And we just keep on growing and growing because we're consistently outside the box. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for the undefeated champ. We got Kenneth Ray Allen in the building.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming to the round table and having
you.
a conversation with none other than myself.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been following your career, and I see that you've been having some knockout wins lately, and you just climbing up the ladder. And I just want to introduce the world to you for those that don't know who you are. I think that they should. So can you give us a little insight of who you are and what all you do?
Yeah, so my name is Kenneth Allen, a.k.a. RR, Ruthless Ray. I'm 6-0, 5 knockouts, professional boxer. You know, the world will know me soon. Houston do.
Okay.
So far.
So how long have you been boxing, if you don't mind me asking?
Around like 8 years.
Okay.
Won all the Golden Gloves, went to nationals. Then I went professional.
So how did you always want to be a boxer? Or was it something that your family wanted you to pursue? How did you get into boxing?
No, actually, I love basketball.
Okay.
And I got 5 brothers, so I was always horse playing around. And then one of my good friends was like, "Man, you should take this seriously because you're always fighting." You know, I grew up bad, and that's what happened. One of my friends introduced me to another boxer. The boxer introduced me to his manager, and then ever since,
I
started there.
A natural.
Natural, yes.
So I see that you're still undefeated. How does that feel?
Oh, that feel amazing. You know, a lot more to do, but it feel amazing.
Yeah, I could imagine you put a lot of work in. So who were some of the people that inspired you along the way in your journey?
Well, God.
Most definitely.
My daughter. And that's about it.
Did you have any mentors or were you like self-trained?
No, just self-trained.
Oh, man, that take dedication right there.
Yeah, just self-trained, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I actually have a video of one of your previous fights, not your most recent, but I want them to check it out.
Okay.
Get that jab going. Do what he told you to do.
found out you out here putting boys to sleep. Ooh, that was a good clip right there.
Yes,
I felt like
ma'am.
I was right there on the side of the ring. I was like, ooh, that was nasty.
Night.
So what was your aha moment? Like, where were you in life when it hit you? Like, were you in school? Were you single? Were you, like, what was your, some people find themselves at the peak, or some people just walk into it. But where were you particularly when you said, this is something that I'm going to be dedicated to and take it serious?
Yeah. I was at the gym playing basketball with my friends, and then it just hit me. I was like, I don't got love for basketball no more. It's just a hobby.
How old were you around it?
I was around like 20.
Okay.
Like 20. And then from that day, I started going to the gym every day and took
Okay.
it seriously. And started winning all the tournaments. And then after that, after I won all the tournaments, then I went pro.
That's awesome. So it just, you had that epiphany and then you just
Yeah,
went
it
going
just
from
hit.
there. So once you went pro, how did that change the course of your relationships, your friendships? Like did it change any dynamic of how you were already dealing with people? Or did you kind of have to change the way you moved?
Of course, I had to change the way I move because you can't really go out and party and hang out all the time. And your friends, they want to hang out all the time and drink. So, and this is a dangerous sport, so you got to put in the
Right.
work. And I work out 2-3 times a day, so I just can't do the same things I was doing.
Right.
You
I'm
know.
sure that even your diet has to change.
Yeah, my
Clean eating,
diet.
clean
Yeah,
drinking.
Yes, ma'am. My
Yeah.
diet had to change too. Sacrifices.
Yeah. So that basically became another element in your formula for success, giving
Yes.
up some of the habits that, a lot of people, they be like, oh, man, you're acting funny. But then when you start seeing the fruits of your labor, then they be like, that show must be
Yep.
nice. Yeah, you remember when y'all was partying and I was in the gym? Y'all
the
wasn't with me
gym.
sweating in the gym.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
For real.
so
though.
yeah, I definitely see that you've been on your grind, and I've been, hearing the buzz about you. So I'm very
Thank you.
excited to have you across the table because I feel like young men, especially young men of color, they need to see more faces like yours that let them know that, we can step outside the box. There's avenues for us. There's support systems out there for us that can cultivate us other than just working for someone else. You are your best investment.
You are.
And so by you investing into yourself and taking your destiny into your hands, you're becoming a legend. You're creating history. So I
appreciate
commend
that.
you for that.
I thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I commend
I
you.
see
for
you
that.
doing your thing too now.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I gotta leave
Looking
my legacy.
flawless.
My footprints in the sand.
Got
They're
to.
not gonna lead themselves. I gotta walk that
Yep.
walk.
Talk that talk.
Yeah. So when you started out, I know you started like one man deep because you had the epiphany. You decided you wanted to go forward with your career. Now, along your journey, did you and do you now have a support team in place?
Yes, it's still in the process of creating a team, but we got a 2, 3, 4 man team, but you got to put people in your corner that you could trust.
Right.
That's
Quality,
disciplined.
not quantity.
Mm-hmm. So and that's just along them lines. So, but we getting you can't win without a team.
Right. Now, is there a lot of traveling involved in your sport of choice? Like, how do you prepare for that? Is it just at home until it's time to step into the ring, or how does that work?
No,
For those that aren't familiar with the lifestyle that comes
you
with
usually only leave for 2 or 3 days at the max. Then you come right back home,
it. Yeah.
and then you don't really miss your family because you can bring them with you.
Right.
It's not like basketball or football. It's it's like a
And if they
one-man
start
sport.
missing you, they can find you in the gym because
Yeah,
I'm
they can find me
sure
in the
that's
gym.
where you are.
That's where I'm gonna be at the gym.
Now, did you have any fears that you had to overcome, like when you decided to step into the ring? Because I know me myself, I love to win, but I don't want to get hit. You know what I mean? So, did you have any you had to kind of like?
Yeah, my fears was the sacrifices that I had to make and that I'm still making.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, putting in the time and the work, because in boxing you can't hide it. If
Right.
you're not putting in the time, you get in the ring, it's a dangerous sport. You can lose your life.
Right.
So it takes a lot to be disciplined to like not hang around certain friends or certain people. You still love them, even certain family members, and it just takes a lot. You know, it takes a lot.
Now, I know you. I heard you mention your daughter. You have a daughter, right?
Yes.
Now, how does she feel about you stepping into the ring?
Oh, she be at the fight.
Dangerous
Daddy,
sport?
punch him. She be at the fight screaming all over the table.
Yeah, so she like your biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
You better not get knocked out with her on the side of the ring.
She be like, Dad, I want to be a boxer too. I'm like, hold on, baby.
Okay.
You got a lot to grow up to do.
Slow down.
Train me, Daddy, train me.
That's cute.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's outside the box too. Hey, you know,
outside the box.
You know, these women these days, we can do anything.
Anything. Of course y'all can.
Yeah.
Of
So,
course.
what advice could you give other people that are looking to do what you're doing?
Yeah. My advice to anyone that want to do anything in life, first, just believe in yourself. And after you believe in yourself, go put the work in. Mm-hmm. And stay out the way. And keep believing, because you're going to hit the wall before anything happens for you,
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best advice I can give somebody. Just believe in yourself. But put the work in. Don't just believe and pray about it. Do something about it. Put the work in.
Right.
By any means.
They say prayer changes things, but I think action changes more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's works.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
What's faith
prayer without work?
Yep. What's faith without works?
It's dead.
It's dead.
It's dead. Now,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of that, having faith in works, were there any tough lessons on your journey that you had to learn? Because I know every door we knock on is not a yes. We have to sometimes get some no's. And sometimes the yeses we take aren't always the best ones. So in your journey of becoming successful and doing what you do, were there some tough lessons that you had to learn?
Yes. Just choosing friends wisely, trying not to, get caught up in the mix with certain people
Mm-hmm.
that I grew up with, even if it's violence or drug dealing or whatever the case may be. That's the lesson I had to learn growing up.
Right.
To stay focused.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing good gonna come out of that.
Right. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. Sometimes you just got to separate yourself. If that's not what the road you're going, then you have to kind of like separate yourself from that. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, if we were going to be stagnant, it wasn't going to be called growth.
It wasn't.
Yeah. So definitely now, if there's something you could do differently, what would it be?
Something I could do differently. Nothing. Because it made me who I am today. I don't regret nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad I went through all the hard times and the trials and tribulation. I'm grateful that I went through. It changed me and it helped me.
Mm-hmm. Now, when was your last fight?
March 7th.
It was recent. You have anyone's lined up we could look out for?
Man, I was supposed to fight September 5th in Vegas. But the fight got pushed back, so we're looking mid-October.
Okay.
Mid-October.
And we could just stay up to date
of course,
with your social media because you'll be keeping us.
I'm gonna keep y'all.
Matter of fact, you have an Instagram too. Let's see if we can pull that up.
Okay.
And your Instagram handle is @RALLENZ.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and I actually been creeping on your Instagram. There's a video here of the knockout from the fight.
Yes.
Let's take a look at that.
From H-Town, Houston, Texas, undefeated
So you just gonna round one him like that? Just one. Y'all wasn't even in there good. Did you even get a sweat?
No, I ain't get no sweat.
I'm just being messy.
No, I didn't get no sweat.
That's dope. You got to keep me posted next time.
Thank
I
you.
would love to be ringside. I have to bring
can?
you back
I got
on.
you. I
Maybe
got you.
outside the box can do some behind the scenes.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
catch
got
that.
you.
You catch it on the real deal.
I
'Cause
got
I know that
you.
next knockout, I gotta be like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I actually, our interview went pretty fast, and I just thank you for allowing me to dig into your business and find out what you have going on and to keep us up to date. We can definitely stay up to date on your Instagram. You'll let us know like when more fights and stuff is coming up there. And I just want to tell you, keep going. Keep doing it because it's people that are paying attention that you don't even know are watching.
Thank you.
And that's amazing.
Thank you. You keep going too.
Thank you.
Keep pushing.
Yes, sir, boss. And I also want to remind our viewers to be sure to check us out. We're on multiple platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Google Play, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Hip Hop Street, SoundCloud, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, and Pocket Cast. And you can also find me on Facebook under Oneida CEO every Wednesday at 7. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode, and I want to thank you for coming in and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. And you are now outside the box.